Woo! Hey guys, Doodle here, and I am so excited today to chat about my experience going to Super Nintendo Land. We are coming up on the 1-year anniversary of its opening at the Hollywood Universal Park, and for most of last year, it's been packed. As a Southern California local, I've had various friends go and report back their experience, and every time they've talked about the insane lines and not feeling like they got to experience everything. So I've been biding my time, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. And a random Wednesday at the start of January ended up being my time to shine. So today's video is going to be pretty casual. I'll be sharing some footage I captured along with Squeaks, my buddy who joined me for this adventure. Sure, I love theme parks as much as the next dog, but there really isn't anything I'm as big a fan of as Nintendo. So I went in with high hopes, and I want to recount and review my experience going. And overall, I have to say that I absolutely loved it. Way more than I thought I would. Man, I was nervous that there wasn't going to be much to do, or maybe it was going to be shabbily thrown together. But no, they've really packed this area with so many lovely details and references. Just walking through the pipe and seeing everything, I just had to stand and take it all in. I know it's cliche, but dude, I just really felt like a kid again. They totally nailed the cartoony style, and nothing feels like it's made out of obviously realistic materials. There are chunky layers of dirt that form the classic Mario World hills, bubbly trees and big coins scattered around. There are so many things moving. We've got spinning coins, Goombas and Koopas walking around, even a Pokey wiggling. The piranha plants have this very satisfying animation to them, just like the games, where they open and close their mouths, showing their big teeth. The space is on the smaller side compared to what most of us would want, but even then I was impressed by how much they built out. You can see both Peach's castle and Bowser's facing the opposite sides of the area in all their glory. They even had these adorable Pikmin hidden around the area. All this beautiful scenery alongside orchestrated renditions of classic Mario music playing as you walk around the area, it just hits different. Truly, I could spend an entire afternoon there, just sitting and taking it all in. But of course, there are things to do. I will say I could see this being where people will be disappointed. For a theme park, there is only one full ride for this section of the park, with various tiny minigames scattered around for you to play. You have to purchase a PowerUp band, which costs $40, which to me was crazy. I was lucky that I had a friend who already bought one and was willing to let me borrow it, and Squeaks and I were able to share it with no issues. You download the Universal app, sync up your power band, and then as you wander around the area, there are these circle decals that you can interact with. They are on the bottom of various boxes, so you can bump your bracelet into them and collect coins, and the classic coin sound will play too. Your coins get added to the personal bracelet profile on your app, and there's a scoreboard where you can see who has collected the most coins on the day you were there. There are also hidden pixel versions of Mario, Luigi, Bowser, and Peach. Again, you just bump your bracelet on the marker, and it reacts by lighting up the pixels, which then, sorta similar to unlocking an achievement in a game, is noted in your app. Now back to these minigames, they are fun, but pretty limited. We've got 2 individually done games, with one having you hit a POW block to knock up a Koopa shell, while another has you spinning a handle to trap a Goomba. The remaining 2 can be done as a group, even with just one bracelet, so Squeaks and I teamed up to keep a piranha plant from waking up, and then also did a matching block puzzle. I never waited longer than maybe 10 minutes to get a turn, but I can imagine on the really busy days when people are all over the place, the lines must get so long and I feel like it isn't really something worth doing on its own. Thankfully, there is an extra reward for completing them, which your wristband also tracks. With each game you win, you get a key. Get 3 keys, and you get a chance to go up against the big bad Bowser Jr. None of these were things I was aware of going in, and I will say the staff is so helpful and kind in giving directions and helping you figure out what you want to do. I also really appreciate that Squeaks and I could share a bracelet to play all the games, and then also share our keys to go in and play together against the Bowser Jr. challenge. While the games themselves are just fine, it was really fun to feel like you were gathering up keys in a video game and then using them to take on a big boss. Obviously, I'm dreaming too big here, but imagine you had 3 of these different areas seem like they would be in a game. Beat 3 different bosses by completing challenges in the meadows, the ice world, and the desert. And then, at the end, take on a super final boss. They clearly don't have the space for that, at least at the Hollywood Park, so at the very least, I do think that these minigames are a sort of fun way to reference the video game world that Mario comes from. But then let's hop over to the big ride, Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge. I went in not really knowing anything about what this ride would be, and again, I gotta say, I was impressed. First off, gonna be weird to say, but the queue you walk through is honestly almost as fun as the ride itself. full of amazing architecture details and this huge Bowser statue. They did a great job throwing mischievous decor around that show Bowser scheming, and loads of fun callbacks to not only different enemies, but also Mario Kart levels. Oh my god, yeah, again, gonna sound crazy, but I really wish the lines had been longer when we were there. I really just wanted to stand around and just take it all in. The ride itself features what I would consider AR, or augmented reality tech. You get a visor that you slot some glasses into, which displays the Mario racing characters over the physical ride you're driving through. It's on a track, so you don't really get to control how you move too much, but there are moments where you get to spin your wheel around and the game gives you signals to turn, and all the while you're shooting shells at enemies and the Bowser kids to gain points. Again, the artists behind this area really knocked it out of the park when designing the physical architecture you go through. You start with a recreation of the starting race line from Mario Kart 8's Bowser's Castle level. They had callbacks to Piranha Plant Slide, the Twisted Mansion level, Cloud Top Cruise, and of course, Rainbow Road. As a big Mario Kart fan, I was truly over the moon seeing these specific and well done references. I really didn't think they'd go this far. I mean, I really expected some standard, going around doing basic loops on a Toad Circuit-esque area. As fun as the AR is, I would rather not have any of it so I could just look at everything and admire the set pieces that they've made. I will say it's a cool idea to have the Mario Kart ride have a gaming component, and I would say it works well enough. But going to this park, I'm beginning to realize that all I really want to do is explore the Mario world in real life. Last but certainly not least, I want to chat about Toad's Café, this amazingly cute eatery at the park. I was fortunate enough to get a reservation for lunch and have been told the list fills up so fast. And honestly, I can see why. The menu features a ton of adorably crafted meals that reference the Mushroom Kingdom, a salad shaped like a piranha plant, cakes that look like green hills, and a hilarious Mario and Luigi burger, complete with little mustaches. I ended up getting the Luigi Pesto burger, while Squeaks got the Super Bowser's Fireball Challenge, and then we each got a dessert to share. The ambiance here was so lovely, with these little windows that gave diners a look at the Toads cooking in the kitchen. Every so often, there would be a Bowser attack, causing the room to turn blue and slightly darker, while bullet bills attacked the cowering kitchen Toads. It was so nice to get a chance to sit, eat, and relax a bit, and I was surprised that the food was actually really good. I don't normally get anything at theme parks, and I feel like the food there always looks so gross and greasy. This was another pleasant surprise, and something I would hugely recommend to those who get a chance to visit. Overall, I had an amazing time visiting the park. They've nailed the look of the area, I enjoyed the Mario Kart ride, and Toad's Cafe was literally such a treat. But I do realize that I had pretty much the most optimized experience anyone could have. I live locally, so no travel costs, I got to borrow a band, which also saved me money, and I was able to go at a time when the lines were super small. But if you are a Mario fan and have an easy chance to go, I totally recommend it. My biggest hope is that they start knocking down the rest of the Universal Park and just adding more Nintendo stuff. Man, I would lose my mind going through a Zelda land or an Animal Crossing neighborhood or, oh my gosh, a Pokemon park. I mean, oh my god, it all gets me so excited. Whew, alright. But anyway, huge thanks as always guys for watching the video. I would hugely appreciate any subscribes or likes, as they really help the channel and keep our momentum growing. And of course, I'd also love to keep talking with you guys down in the comments. Do you have dreams for Nintendo Land? Have you gone? Did you like it? Did you not? Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you around. Doodle out.